find that live TV hasn't improved significantly from the 60s, like from those original shows?
No, I think I would make a case that it's gone the opposite. I think that we're so used to all of those buffers and all of those safety nets that I don't think there's that many people who are good at live anymore. We just don't do it that much. So I mean, I've worked with a lot of hosts, a lot of talent who came from radio, and radio is such a great training ground to do live because nothing phases you. You've got an ability to recover if something horrible happens, or to jump on something great that, like if you're doing an interview with someone and they say something that you were not expecting. I think so many hosts now don't know what to do with that. It's like, but that's not in my notes. You know, I don't know what to say. And they're not really listening. Whereas I think back in the day when there was a lot more live and a lot more really exciting radio hosts and TV hosts who did live, they had more of an ability to listen. And to me, listening, I've trained a lot of interviewers as well, and listening is probably the most important thing you could ever learn to do. You're doing a great job of right now. Like you're engaged in what I'm saying, and not that it's interesting what I'm saying, but you have the
so interesting.
Oh well, thank you. But you have the ability to follow up on something and say, oh well, how come? Or because if I said something that you weren't expecting, to be a great interviewer, you would go there if you had the time and your producer wasn't yelling at you and you're in your IFB. No, you know, we're rapping.
Yeah.
But that. You know, some of the best moments come out of something that happens a lot, like in the moment, and if you can go with that and have the ability as an interviewer to kind of know that that's interesting, because you know when you're watching something at home, you're watching, you know, I don't know what your favorite interview show, like if you like.
I like E.T. Canada a lot.
Yeah, so if you're watching E.T. and you know Kim Kardashian says, you know, so anyway, I'm dating Kanye and it's all great, and you know, had a miscarriage last year, and but we're good now. And it's like, if you don't say, wait a second, you know, what happened? How did you feel about that? Like, have the ability to kind of jump on something that is really, that the viewer at home is like, wait a second, what did she just say? Because there's nothing worse than being a viewer and feeling like something
need more, like
yes, that something was said, or even if someone makes a face, like if they do an eye roll when they're talking about someone, it's like, what does that mean? If they're talking about someone, and that says a lot, and you kind of want that interviewer to have the instincts to go there and say what ask what you want to ask at home. You know, it's that kind of ability to go off script.
Have you ever witnessed one of these moments, like where one of the reporters did that, like?
Tons, yeah.
Like, can you name one?
I'm trying to think of, I mean, I did a lot of, for Entertainment Now and Any Talk, not so much there, but Entertainment Now, we did a ton of celebrity interviews, and there was often, I'm trying to think of an example when a celebrity said something and it just started this whole other conversation. I can't think of one offhand, but I'll email you with a story if I think of one. But yeah, and it's, I mean, unfortunately, you usually have, on those junket interviews, you get about 4 minutes with everybody. So you don't have a lot of time, and their publicist doesn't want you to talk about other stuff. They want you to talk about the movie that they're promoting. So you get kind of pulled back a little bit, even if the celebrity wants to talk about something really interesting, like their alcoholism that they've never revealed before or something, or their love of, I don't know, painting, you know, that you never knew. If it's not about the film, then they'll want you to keep on track. But yeah.
Okay, well, I should probably let you get back to work.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yep.